Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is game 2 of the games we played on IceFloat Component Wars. This one does have a cold snap, so there's a little bit of chaos that comes from that, but this is a really good game with teams that actually got the most components we've seen yet with a very tight finish. So anyways, that's about it. If you want to play in the game, jump into the description and look for that Discord link. Enjoy! With that being said, we are going to unpause and get started. Let's take a look at teams real quick. We do have, it looks like Zeus and Padre and Flurg and purple. Yellow looks like it's Genesis and Knight, and they're making a mad rush over. I think they're probably going to go over that Steam Geyser because it's a free source of heat. We have Raptor and Lion on red, and then blue side we have R3 and Kakano. So all teams are off to the gates. They're going to get moving ASAP. We are going to see a bit more of a emphasis on temperature this time. I think teams are going to be aware of it. I really would like to see the Steam Geyser being used as a base source. You don't need to get the power up. You can instantly get some heat on your pawns. Flip side, getting those caribou hunted, get some parkas up. Could be a priority this one. What would you say is your number one priority on this map here, Suda?
On this map with the cold snap, it's absolutely temperature stabilization number 1. Number 2 is food. So my order of operations would be get that base going with the heat. Looks like they are not utilizing that geyser on yellow team. I really like that geyser because it's right next to the steel vein. So you've got the source of heat and your building material right there. But yeah, so stabilize temperature, number 1. Get your machining table going, number 2, so you can build a weapon, and then hunt. Hunt and cook is priority 3. And then from there, get some parkas crafted, continue hunting and crafting parkas. Then once you have the ability to sustainably operate out in the map, that's when you start to go out and harass other teams, do a big component expedition, etc.
Yeah, and that's a good point. Definitely getting that stability up right away. And it looks like a Padres team, they have made the little heat chamber with the fireplace, so they're going to make sure they do avoid hypothermia. I still would love to see this geyser being used, but I do understand building around your base area. Raptor's doing a little bit of his Raptor stuff. Raptor likes to be aggressive. He's going for the middle zone. I personally am not too much of a fan of pushing up there unless I had a heat area too nearby. It's a lot of walking. And it's a lot of walking without too much reward. We are seeing heaters up for every single team, though, pretty much.
Yes, I love to see this. I agree with you on Raptor's strategy here. I see what he's doing and why he's doing it, but I just think that it's a high risk, and at this point, it's a low priority.
Yep. And if you're going to do this, maybe build like a little, heat den, a little sauna somewhere in between, so as a waypoint. But it's just not even counting the work. It takes so long to walk across that big patch of ice. And I definitely think that's something that's not a priority at the start.
I agree.
Now,
blue team looks like they've got another little steel den.
This is a mistake, and I'm telling you, it takes no time with the amount of industrious to quickly craft a base that's not inside the mountain. I know it's tempting. It's not worth it, in my opinion. It's just the mood breaks are too easy to happen. And you know what? Now your stockpile is where you're sleeping, and that's going to make mood even worse.
Yeah. What you could do is build your base right onto the outside of the steel vein, throw down a door, and then have your mine in the back pantry.
Exactly, and then you can keep warm too, and you don't need to worry much about mood. But, I get it. Teams right now are just trying to stabilize temperature-wise. It looks like yellow. When any team plays yellow, they always build around their stockpile, which is kind of interesting because they have one of the best Steam Geyser spots on any team. It's right near a bunch of dirt, like perfect Steam Geyser area. They even have one north that's a good one if you wanted to go offensive. But every yellow team always builds on their stockpile. It's kind of strange, actually.
Maybe it's just tradition.
Could be tradition. I think maybe there's something that we're not aware of when you play yellow too. It is a nice view. I personally do like a good beach house, but no other team really builds on theirs. It's only ever yellow. Red always builds into the mountain, which I still do not think is the most viable approach. I think red has a really good forward base location if they wanted it. If they were willing to just move up. See where your cursor is? Like this little area. There's lots of steel components. you could easily build closer to the center there, and you still cut off any team from trying to contest your back pocket.
Red team also has a very viable steam geyser just south of their stockpile.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, it's near a bunch of dirt. And on the flip side, I actually really like blues based last time. I don't like the mountain bases, as I'm sure you're quite aware at this point. But
yeah. I do agree. I think we're on the same page, and blue team is as well, pretty consistently, that this is, you know, a very good spot to build the base.
Yep.
Inside or outside the mountain.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's great because it's near the center zone for contesting, and you can really hold off the bottom team. They honestly have one of the best natural defenses against purple. Purple has no really good attack ways, lots of ways to funnel in, but they're really open against the red team. So I actually really like this map because every single kind of feature around here, the mountains, really shape where you can attack from and how. Looking in, purple is getting aggressive.
Yeah, knife rush from Padre.
Yeah, looks like purple Padre 1 is coming in with a knife, and they went for 4 knives. This isn't going to be enough to close it out, but if yellow has no weapons at all, they're going to cause a lot of lethal damage.
Yeah, we've seen how knife rushes tend to play out even against unarmored or unarmed opponents.
Oh, they're trying to aggro the caribou, I think.
Okay.
Yellow is really confused. I think they're just as confused as us right now, what Padre is trying to do here.
Yeah.
He just knifed he stabbed a caribou near them and walked away.
Padre is truly one of the most enigmatic players that I've ever seen.
If this isn't sending a message, I don't know what is. Oh my god, I would be kind of intimidated, honestly. A bit sexually intimidated if that just happened to me. You know, 4 men, masked men, walk up and stab a caribou outside your base and then walk away with it. There is a whole pack of caribou.
Those are beards.
Right beside him.
The sheer potency that exudes from those beards.
Look at this. He could have easily done the exact same thing a step from his base, but he made a mission of it to make sure he send a message that he's not above stabbing their caribou.
Well, that is also I'm sure he's aware of the risk of this backfire, and he wants to make sure if it does backfire, it's going to backfire on them too.
Yeah, that's an argument for sure. Still don't know if that's the strategy I would typically go for, but hey, I'm going to give it to that one. Padre is truly an enigma.
Just pump out a couple of bolt actions and hunt conventionally, but...
Yeah, but hey, if you're yellow right now, suddenly he's in their head. They're probably thinking, what the fuck was that?
You're not wrong about that.
So, are we seeing any hypothermia? We are seeing a little bit, actually. Genesis, Knight. Yellow's been over pushing it, and their 2 heaters aren't enough because they're just keeping that door open. Oh, there's steel in the doorway. He hasn't noticed
even after all the work they've done developing their base, they are still below freezing.
Yeah, he hasn't noticed that there's an unroofed area with a doorway open and steel in the doorway as well. He's not. These heaters are just being wasted right now because of how they're doing this. Oh, this is really bad. The bedroom's not even roofed either. They didn't spend the time. Oh, and one of their pawns is breaking.
Mental break. Yep.
Insulting spree while he's having hypothermia. Not great. Oh, and Knight needs to get that steel out of the door ASAP. Caribou Revenge. Oh, it's happened. Where is it? Oh, it's Padre. Oh, no. Padre Flurg 2 is about to get swarmed. Oh, my God.
And looks like half of that herd is headed to mess up yellow team's day.
Yeah, look at this. This is brutal. They need to get inside ASAP. Are these all manhunting? No, it's only just a few.
Oh,
Yeah. It's just the one. Okay. Raptor's coming up, though. He has a weapon, too. They can just take down this one caribou. They should be fine. I thought the whole herd went.
I also thought that.
Yeah. Raptor is also hunting the caribou. Oh, Raptor's trying to manhunter them. Raptor's the one who's shooting them to manhunt them.
Well, he won't do it with a bolt action from that range.
Oh, and it looks like we actually had a drop. That's the first one in quite some time, so not too worried about that. Let's see who dropped Enigma. We'll just pause it so Enigma can reconnect here.
Yeah, their frame time is
it's back
for the most part.
Yeah, it's 16 again. He's back. Just a random drop. It happens.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm so pleased with the stability we've got.
yeah, super stable. Rare for these to happen. Raptor is pushed up, though, with no defense against hypothermia, and that's a big risk here. No one's getting up defenses against the worst PvE threat in this whole game. It's actually shocking to me that we haven't seen a single person even make, like, some basic clothes. One
Yellow
guy with a
team did
parka.
get their temperature stabilized. That's a relief.
Ooh, R4 is hunting a caribou at like a knife's throw away. This is really dangerous. This could backfire every single shot he takes. But he's gonna do it. Takes it down. R2's got a few caribou as well. Their base is absolutely zero thought put into mood here. They don't care at all.
I have to comment a little more on yellow base. They've got temperature stabilized in their main room, but their hospital room where all of their frostbitten pawns are sitting is unroofed below freezing.
Yeah, they're working on it right now. You can see they've realized that this base is not up to snuff. And, you know, we're seeing, honestly, I thought teams would take it more seriously to hypothermia. People are still fucking around with this temperature. They're really not giving it the respect that it deserves.
It's true.
Hey, I do like the bedroom, though, that we see on red team. They digged further into the mines, and they got to an area where it's not just compact steel as the wall, and they cleared it out, and now they actually have a bedroom that people won't break in. So, you know what? I don't mind it.
These bougie bastards. They've even got a chess table in there.
An excellent chess table at that, yeah. Amazing. It does require stools to use, so right now it's actually more of an art piece, but maybe they'll get some stools up as well. Blue is making defenses, but they haven't even secured a single bed. No bedroom. They're going to be getting a lot of mental breaks really soon. This is risky, rarely risky gameplay.
Yeah, they seem to be putting down cobblestone in there.
Yeah, it might have been a pre-existing one there too. Completely possible.
So they mined out this entire vein.
Right, but the steel got manually placed. There might have been an ancient thing there at some point. Yep.
Okay.
So that actually might be something worth doing, but right now it doesn't even matter. There's mood in there is crap because it's super ugly and there's a lot of stuff around there. Looks like they're getting some caribou in. They are going to have food, but this is a dirty kitchen. If you guys aren't aware, you do not want to cook when your room looks like this. The chance of food poisoning is high, and they have a break here. Insulting spree. That's going to cause an absolute cascade of breaks.
That is a very damaging break.
Yeah, so they have insulting spree. Everyone's mood's going to drop, and they don't even have a bedroom. They're going to go offensive because they don't have a choice here. And we're not even through first day. Oh, one of Padre's pawns, Sad Wander, he gets put down there. That sucks to see. Right now, Padre's bedroom is awful. It's awful barracks. It's ugly. Not great. Only one that's really caring about mood so far seems to be red and maybe yellow. Red has a bedroom. They have some stability there a little bit. We're not seeing any sort of clothing come up, but hey, they got food and mood is up. And then on yellow, they have decent barracks. Actually, take a look at this, Eric. They got daylilies. 48. That's a good, decent barracks. Nice to see.
Yeah, I do love to see those daylilies.
Yeah, and it's a big change, honestly. You notice these daylilies, if you haven't seen this before, every single one's 15, even if they're not grown. So it quickly pumps up the mood or beauty of the room really fast. And even just having, what is that, 7 daylilies is making this bedroom 48, which is nice to see. And that's going to prevent a lot of breaks.
Yep. So I'm feeling pretty good about yellow team at this point. They're finally getting an electric stove up. They've got some weapons coming out. So yellow team doing all right.
Yeah, and it looks like purple's finally getting their meals up. Night 4 is about to eat some raw meat. Let's see if they catch it in time.
Nope.
Nope, he got the raw meat. Yum, yum. And well, now he's shooting Night 4. Oh, he's psychotic wandering. Well, they're putting Night down. Not sure that's the right play for a psychotic wander, but they've kind of committed to it now. So are they just going to let him bleed out? There he goes.
This is one of yellow team's pawns.
Oh, yeah, that's a different team. Oh, they had a mental break there and walked over. And they have another insulting spree on yellow, so that's really unfortunate for them.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that break so much.
Yeah, insulting spree really is just absolute cascade. And look at that. Cacano 4 is still insulting. Honestly, if you get insulting spree, I think you need to set up a jail ASAP and arrest your own pawn. You can release them after. It's much less of a mood risk than letting them go.
Even if you can't pull it together enough to get a prison built and arrest it, I would rather see that pawn beaten down than see them continue to torpedo the morale of the entire rest of the team.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at what that's caused now, right? Let's find someone who's been insulted, because it really can put them down. -10 for 2 days from that one insult. It's insane what this one pawn's doing to this whole team. Now, granted, they're doing themselves no favors. They don't even have a bedroom. They're sleeping on steel. Their blue team's going to absolutely implode shortly from mood breaks. Purple's not too much better. They got some dandelions growing, interestingly enough. That's do those give the same mood buff? They do not.
No, they're absolutely not as good. But what they are is they're a lot more expedient. So what I like to do, I probably wouldn't bother with dandelions in a room that small. But when I've got a large room that I need to take care of, what I'll do is I'll sow the dandelions because they're very quick, and you can turn that negative into a positive with very little effort. And then from there, you can, slowly build up your daylilies after.
Hey, and we saw a social fight broke out in blue. Some pawns are pretty wounded. They're all sleeping in the cold. This is honestly not great at all. And hey, Padre is pushing up into center, and they're getting a lot of components mined out.
Very good.
Yeah, it's nice to see Padre pushing that. Knight does have some weapons, and it looks like they had a bit of a caribou breakdown here. But hey, you know what? They've stabled. Yellow's actually in a really good stabilized spot. And if they can get some more caribou killed, they actually might get some clothing. And you really do need clothing in this one if you want to contest other teams for push up aggressively or whatnot without dealing with frostbite.
And check this out in purple base. Genesis 3 is even getting off a cheeky meal theft. So that's good.
Oh, caribou revenge though on yellow, and they drop it. Genesis 3, what base is that?
Purple team. Just wandered in, helped himself to one of their very few meals.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Psychotic Wandering. He just ate a bunch of their food, huh?
Yep. No one's seems to have even noticed.
Yeah, well, that's gonna hurt. And yeah, Genesis just hanging out right now in Purple's base. Purple's in all right spot. They're getting components, so that's a big positive right now. They're mining out the whole middle of the mountain, and they could win off components. Blue is in an absolutely terrible spot. They have people sleeping outside. There's hypothermia happening, mood breaks. I don't see Blue taking this one home right now at their current rate.
Red team resorting to cannibalism yet again.
Oh no, really? Oh no, the human meat. Why? Who did? Oh, they ate one of Blue's pawns. No. That's just rude. Who is the one who did the butchering? Raptor?
I don't know.
We butchered human-like. Yeah, they definitely butchered human.
They might be doing it for the lulz, but it does a lot of morale damage to your own team, honestly.
Yeah, but that is some free meat. So
yeah, but it comes with a cost. I wouldn't do that while there's still caribou meat available.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but look at the human leather stack, huh? Mm-hmm. Pretty good. 33. They have the full...
What did you do with that? Make a kneel pillow?
You could make a kneel pillow. They have the defenses down pat, yet no one is walking up to attack. So they have some weapons. They have defenses. Respect that. And they have the mood state. They have a really lovely bedroom here. Why is it -61? What's causing that? Something's underneath the... Oh, it's a component stacks. -20 per component stack. Oh, and there's dirt there too. Oh, they destroyed the wall. Someone had a tantrum, destroyed the wall separating the two rooms.
Ah, that would do it.
Yeah, so see right here, this area, there was a wall here before, and since that's broken down, now it's treating this whole area as a room.
Right.
They're insulting each other. Oh, this isn't good.
Yeah, a commendable base building effort, but they've still got some kinks to iron out.
Raptor work in the middle shooting Zeus 2. Zeus 2 is having a mental break. And we're just seeing, you know, the mental here is just not being taken, getting the respect it deserves.
Yeah, we haven't seen very much actual aggression today, just so much execution of broken pawns.
Yeah, and that's definitely something that, you know, if you take care of, you can actually account for. Like, if teams didn't go so aggressive into the mining, they set up a little mood area, get the food, all that sorted out, it's doable. Like, we've done these maps
Very
before.
doable.
It's incredibly doable, but if you try to do this greedy approach, it can come back and bite you pretty easily.
And you know, it's very easy to say from the caster's chair when you're in the thick of it, maybe with someone you haven't played with before, and you're trying to get it figured out. It's very challenging.
Yeah, I completely agree to that. Yeah, so if you're watching, you haven't played before, you might be saying, hey, why is someone doing something? Like we are as well, and there can be mistakes, but with that being said, when you are playing, you have 8 pawns or 4 to control, you know, 2 people in a team, there's a lot going on. And sometimes it's hard to have a good unified response towards a lot of stuff. Now, we did tick down the first day. Going into day 2, who has the advantage and who's completely out? What are your thoughts?
So looks like yellow still doing pretty good. Red finally they got that wall put back up. They're continuing to beautify their bedroom. Let's have a look at how it's actually working for them. Their moods are hanging out somewhere around the major mental break territory. No one's actually in the clear, so they're doing good. Could do better. Blue team, we'll spare them the criticism. Purple team, they're
making a skull pike.
I actually love the base that they've built, but they're just having a tough go of it. So at this point, I would say it's between yellow and red, and kind of leaning towards red. Let me check in on yellow team's mood.
I actually disagree here, Suda. I think purple is in the lead by a long shot. I don't think you realize, look at the middle of the map. They have been mining this component for a long time. They have picked up a boatload of components. If no one contests them, they are going to be able to walk back with an absolute handful. 30 components on Padre 3.
Yeah, fair point.
So he is going to,
you know, all the fancy base building in the world counts for nothing if you lose on objective.
And that's the thing, right? Padre is focusing the components. Now here's the funniest part. When you have the components picked up, you can have a mental break, and then you might deliver all of those components to a different team.
Yeah. So like you were saying earlier, a little comfort base up in the component node would be such a good idea. And the amount of time that they've spent working up here, they could easily have done it.
Super easily. Yeah, even just a little waypoint. Yellow is in the most stable spot of all the teams by far, and they're starting to get some weapons going. We're definitely not going to see any clothing up from them in any reasonable time frame, and it looks like most teams are just going to stick with the game plan. Raptor has the most hunting done. They're actually moving out. Lion has 3 weapons, and he's pushing into the middle here. He wants to contest Padre. I think he sees Padre has all those components.
Yeah, Padre's drafting up, so I hope he tries to escape. He's going home.
Yeah.
He sees what's coming.
He needs
to.
to.
No intention.
Oh, Padre 3 has 40 components. No.
Padre 3, what are you doing?
What's he doing?
What?
Oh, he was trying to get the flat steel as well. The greedy bastard.
Oh.
A 40 stack of components. Oh.
What a win for Lion.
Oh my god, that feels
I'm crying for Padre.
So awful. Padre 3, and Lion's not even gonna, he's gonna shoot the psychotic wandering Padre. Oh.
That's just cruelty from Lion.
Yeah, that must feel awful. Lion's not even done. He wants more. Absolutely brutal stuff. Now, Padre's team has geared up a bit. Flurg has a rifle. Flurg's pushing up, but Lion has numbers, and that's another bolt action he's going to pick up.
He can't win that fight, though. He would only throw away another pawn.
Man, that's so rough. Lion picked up that bolt action that was on the ground too. So, oh my god, Lion's greedy. Is he going for more? No, it looks like he's going to pull back. 40 components. That really hurts.
That's huge.
Looks like we have another vegetable off to the bottom right. Raptor, OG Raptor on red team is he's out for the count. Rest in peace. On the red team, they are weathering the storm, so to speak. Snow falling down around them. They have patched up their bedroom, decent bedroom, so mood will be stable a little bit. They are currently working on a few more bolt actions. As we saw, they had 4 bolt actions already up and going, so they're in a decent spot. Lots of turrets, and they are going to have the biggest component lead now. I think red is in a commanding spot to take this game.
I will point out, blue team actually has a very respectable component stack in their objective.
81 is big, but here's the question: can they defend it? Oh, and Lion never left. Lion is still fighting.
Yeah, you know, as long as Purple is going to keep feeding pawns to him, I don't see why he would leave.
Yeah,
Maybe
look.
take 1 pawn home with the components, which I believe is. Did he do that?
Yep, he did. He did. And Flurg was trying to push out. Flurg understands this is a lost fight. Gray P with the dagger, 0 chance, walks back. Looks like they're going to regroup at their base. Lion is still pushing up, but that's going to be some hypothermia building up. He's going to need fallback soon, and I think he realizes that.
Yeah. Or perhaps not.
Yellow is mobilizing. Knight has some bolt actions and helmets. He is starting to come out, and he is ready for a bit of fighting. We do see some component pile for yellow, 55, but he will be blown out of the water as red has significantly more and blue is at 80 plus. 81 components for blue. Lots of pawns sleeping outside. I'll be damned if blue wins this with ignoring every single basic foundation of this game mode. He doesn't care about proper sleeping or proper mood. He's making skull spikes, he's fighting, he's breaking, but he has quite a few components.
Yeah, you know, we'll see if anybody can pull it together enough to come and take them from him.
I'm still absolutely shocked here that so far some of these bases aren't causing full-on breakdown. And you know, the worst part's if they cleaned some of these rooms, actually the mood would be stabilized quite a bit. But
yeah,
you know, I get it. Lots going on. They got some more weapons in the mix for purple team, but they are down quite a few pawns after that unfortunate middle disaster.
Zeus 1 is trying to beat down Flurg 2 in their base. All for a psychotic wandering. I don't know if that's worth it. Zeus 1 actually lost the fight. That hurts.
Yeah, definitely not worth it. And then the second part to that too is you could just jail them. You know, we could see a team make a tiny jail cell and you arrest them, and you don't need to risk it as much. Now they probably will break again if you jail them, but hey, it's better than something. Yellow does have the weapons up, and they're just going for more components though, so they're going to see if they can win this the old-fashioned way by getting those component veins around the map.
Yeah, it doesn't have to devolve into a big dumb fight. You can play it like a race.
Now we are seeing Lion is feeling aggressive. He has the Musketeer squad. He is going to be pushing east. He's looking for that blue surplus of components. If Raptor or if Lion managed to take those, they definitely win. And I don't know how you can test 4 muskets. This is gonna be hard.
Yeah, straight bolt actions is very strong in an open map. I think he's gonna do good. I mean, blue team is largely even unarmed.
Oh, they have an assault rifle on R1, but he's psychotic wandering. That's unfortunate. Yeah, they honestly need to pick up those components and run back to the base. You could just put them back on that side of the map later. Right now, I'd advise them, I'd take Kakano 2, pick up the 81 components and dip. They have turrets, they can hide in their base. There's no way to defend against this team that's coming up, the hit squad, so to speak.
Yeah, I can see the plan that they're going for here. They got a generator up. They're going to try to fortify this, but it's going to be too little too late, I believe.
Yeah, and they're getting the walls up. They're desperately running up, but look at this. We're almost in range, and Red's going to be able to get some shots in here any second now. This is going to devolve into a pretty nasty fight here. Kakano 2 has no hope of holding that, no weapon at all. Kakano 1's pushing back. He does have a rifle, but hey, they have the components. If Lion falters at all, maybe they can grab them and run, and pings are coming down here.
Yep. I do wonder what Konkano 2 is even trying to do. Oh, he's just going back to work. So, yeah, Konkano must not be microing that pawn at all.
Oh, they're going
And
to get the
R2 is about to go down.
jump on R2 here. Do they notice this? Why are they not? Now they're reacting. All right, they're pulling back. Worst part here is there's even food there. They're making that their main stockpile.
Yeah, they were in the middle of trying to move their whole operation up there, and you know it's possible they didn't even realize they're under attack until now.
Yeah. Yeah, Lion has 4 of those bolt actions on the open. This is going to be so hard to defend against. And he's coordinated. There goes Kakano 2. He drops.
Yep, Lion's a very strong player. He's forced to be reckoned with, but his pawns are all going into hypothermia, especially Lion 1, who is at 42% hypothermia and is getting frostbite damage.
Well, they're pushing in. They're going to pick up those components, and the wall never finished, so they don't even need to destroy anything.
Yeah.
They got all 81 picked up, and they're not even interested in the fight. They're just going to take those and go get the win.
This is the second big pirate score for Lion this game.
Yeah, they have so many components, and they're about to drop them off in their stockpile. 50 Raptor Work is carrying. It's going to be really hard for any team to contest this. Now, Yellow is mining decently. They have a chance, but the problem here is Red has had such luck with their pirating of components that it's going to be really hard. Purple is trying to get back in it, though. They're in the middle of the big vein in the middle again, and honestly, you can get so many components if you mine this out. I still just wish we saw a little waypoint, you know, get a campfire in there, get a wall up.
Yep.
But
maybe
hey,
even some turrets so that you can take and hold that position. That would be my main worry, would be putting work and resources into, investing into that spot and then having someone else take it from you. So I would love to see turrets, maybe even a uranium slug turret pop down in there.
Yeah, it's true. Kakano's having some more breaks here. Unfortunately, he pretty much got taken right out of the game, him and R, from that hit squad from Lion. Lion did take a few hits, though. Looks like Kakano's not going down without a fight. Has the assault rifle, and he's in range. He needs to start shooting. He's getting some good shots in. Let's zoom out here a little bit. We do have R3 with him, too, for supporting fire. Lion is getting some shots back. Kakano 3 is dropping quite a few. He's shooting at the runners. He needs to get behind cover here really quick. He's in a good... Why is he moving? Oh, no.
I would love to see Lion either focus the objective. You can just escape, so do that, or get in cover. If you're going to take the fight, commit to that and get in cover. Yeah,
Kakano moved up for no good reason, though. I think he just got his hands shut off because he dropped his weapon.
Yep. 0% manipulation.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Now, this is painful because he actually had a pretty good spot and then he started to push up a little bit, but...
He did. I honestly, I don't know why Lion is taking this fight right now. He has really nothing to gain from this and everything to lose. Yeah,
and hypothermia is just speaking up too. It's going to just get higher and higher. Now, the question though is, this Lion that's down have all the components? He doesn't. Lion has a break.
Oh, no.
Murderous Rage, and he has 30 components on him.
Oh no, and they're both
gone. Another break, a tantrum.
Oh,
no way. Oh, and he's punching Lion. Oh my god, R3 is going to be able to take this down, I think.
He's actually destroying that bolt action rifle.
Oh, and Lion is so lucky. The pawn with all the components is going to go on a Murderous Rage towards his base.
Lion 4 is holding 51 components.
Where's Lion 4 right now?
And
a tantrum. No, R3 could get back in this. He just needs to get a few good shots here. He got the AR back. He's shooting Lion 4. Lion 4 is running for his life.
All right, Lion 4 managed to destroy the rifle, and he's back with Catharsis.
Yeah. How many more shots does this guy have with the AR? I think they're out of range now. Oh, he's going to get it. Now, Lion 3 with the 30 components is going on Murderous Rage, but he's headed back towards his base, so they're good there.
Yeah, so Lion, managed to get out of this one, but that was such a disaster that nearly happened. And, like I was saying, with this fight, nothing to gain, everything to lose.
Well, on Yellow side, looks like they are still working away. 112 components gained. You know what? He
Yeah,
is
very
just
good.
digging so much that he has a chance. Purple, too, is still in it. They have been getting so many components from that middle bit, and they haven't brought any back yet, but they still got some time, and purple's not out. Yellow's not out by any means. Blue, probably out. I don't know what they're going to do here. R2 has a rifle, though, and he might just go for some vengeance.
Yeah, you know, you and I agree on this. You know, it's a little vengeance is never out of the question.
Now, here's going to be a fun play. Line 3 is coming back to the base, and he has murder on his mind. They're going to have to put him down here. And line 4, bleeding out a little bit, has all the components. But that's another AD components if they can stabilize this. Insane.
Yeah, and they've got almost 90 in their base already, so they'll be sitting real pretty.
Really good spot. Now, line 3, who is he going after with this murderous rage? That's my question. I think it's Raptor Work.
Yeah, looks like it.
Oh, and Raptor Work, does he notice? Is he going to catch this in time? He catches it. He catches it. But he's walking close. Raptor, what are you doing? Yeah, they need to take him down. Right now, I would get the firing squad ASAP. Take out line 3.
Yeah. For a moment, I wondered if he was just trying to guide him back to the component stockpile, but that doesn't seem to be happening.
Yeah, they got the shot, though. The rifle was dropped. 0% manipulation. You can just fight him now. He's not going to hit any melee attacks in there. They drop him 30 components. Good stuff. They're in a good spot here. They are going to have 160 components. I don't know if Yellow can get back from this.
No, and I do commend Purple's mining efforts, but it is paying off for them, but just not enough, not fast enough. It looks like they're actually on the attack against Yellow right now.
And you know what? If one of them broke, though. Flurg 1 just went on to a berserk break. If Purple or Yellow can get the other person's components, both of them can actually still win this.
Yeah.
Looking up here, too, up top, we're seeing Raptors again, more drafted. R2 taking out Lion 1. He came for some vengeance. 0% manipulation, though. He's losing all of his fingers, the frostbite. Not going to be able to shoot that rifle any longer.
Yeah, Red is... They have a strong lead, but they are still in dire straits themselves. They have not won by any means.
Yeah, and R1 Kakana 1, the vengeance play. They're coming out here. They have their rifles. We're seeing everyone limping through the snow. They just want blood.
Yeah, so you can see their pawns flinching as each extra level of frostbite hits them.
It's just absolutely brutal. Raptor 5 bringing his fallen friend back. Raptor Work coming up with a rifle. Hypothermia building on everyone. But right now, they have a good spot. 170 components in the stockpile. That's disgusting.
So, something terrible.
Oh, Purple. The berserk break. He killed all his friends.
I just saw them fighting caribou.
Well, he was on a berserk break, so it said it came to its end in a little top left there, right as he dropped. So I think they might have done some damage. Yeah, look. Lots of damage there from friendly fire. Oh, Caribou, though, so destroyed Flurg 1 as well. Yeah, what the hell happened there?
So hey, I believe, is that Purple team out of the game now?
I think Purple's out. I don't see any pawns left for them. On the bright side for Yellow, Yellow's about to get a big influx of components here.
This could make them competitive with Red.
Yeah, it will. They'll put them at 170. They still could mine a little bit more here, too. And Red has their hands full right now as Blue continues to push up. Oh, the push from Blue was stopped. They killed everyone. Blue had their final death march. You know, a tribute to the game. And right now it's a match between Red and Yellow. As we come down to the last 4 hours in game here. This is good. This is a good finish. Both teams are in the running. Both teams have eliminated their closest competitor. And it's just going to be a tight game here between who can... do the most with our components, and I think deconstructing is going to be the first go-to.
Yep.
We are seeing.
I do see that Purple team had time to put up a skull spike, which very stylish move.
Very stylish indeed. And you know what? Purple didn't put any turrets down, so everything was risk-free pretty much. They were able to pick it up, and they're coming home with a good 50 components across 3 of them here. So. That's going to buff up the score quite a bit. They've mined a little bit more, and they're going to be a little bit over 180 total as we come to last hours. 170 for red. Red needs more components ASAP. I think yellow is going to win.
Yeah, I do not see red team getting that extra influx of components that they would need in the time that is left.
Yeah, and this has been absolutely a bit of a shocker here. Yellow didn't have the greatest start, hypothermia, but they stabilized. They cared about mood. And they're just going to be able to take this just from probably a pretty clean, systematic game of mining out everything nearby.
Yeah. We've seen time and time again that the team that focuses on the objective will ultimately be the winner.
Now, the question here is, can they get those back in time? They got 2 hours to drop them off. Raptors also hauling some components back to Reds. They have 173, but 3 aren't on the stockpile, so those won't count. We got about an hour and a half of in-game time. That's only about a minute and a half right now. 147 on yellow stockpile. They need to drop these off quick. And yeah, Genesis 4 is lagging.
4 is even gonna make it.
16 components there. They need that to win.
They do. I wonder if they have a faster pawn that they could.
Oh no! Oh, 168 though. They still might win. 18. They're going to be ahead here, as we come down to the very last minute. What we got for time? We got 170. Genesis 1 needs to drop them ASAP. Doesn't count if it's on your pawn. Needs to be on the stockpile. They drop. Where we at? 188 for yellow. It's getting super close. There's a mental break on Raptor S. They have how many here? 176. No way. Yellow's gonna win. There's nothing red can do here, I don't think.
No, Genesis 4 may or may not make it, but it doesn't even matter because they're already winning.
Yeah, 204 if they got those ones nearby too. Oh my god, I can't believe they pulled ahead there. 176. Raptors actually attacking the components, and that's it. Game and oh, he destroyed something the last second. Got an extra 6 components on the tile. No way. 182. What? Versus how many?
188.
188 for yellow? Yeah, 188 for yellow. Looks like yellow is going to take first place by 6 components in the last second here.
Red didn't win.
So it looks like yellow team took this victory. If you want to join a game, we're going to link the Discord in the description. Hop on in. We play weekly. Anyways, until next time, cheers. Thanks for watching.